saying that MJ, if he played today, would be the best player in the league. Was that a shot at LeBron, you think?
Yes, it was. It was a shot at LeBron. It was a shot at KD himself. It was a shot at everybody. It was a taste of humility. It was a taste of raw, honest discussion, because what KD is saying is that, excuse me, who we are, there's a standard that was set before we ever came along. And if you watch this brother do what he did as a superstar in this league, I'm talking about MJ here, and you witness what he endured, particularly during those times where roughhouse tactics and things of that nature could be definitely employed, then think about what he overcame. Think about the number of years he averaged plus 30. Think about his career averages of 30 in the regular season and 33 in the postseason. And think about today's game, today's rules. Think about his toughness, the level of heart he had, the willingness and the ability to adjust his game from being an aerial assault to having a perimeter game that he had. He would have continued to adjust even further in this day and age. With what he did, none of us would have been better than that guy. That's what I took from KD. If you want to call that taking a shot at LeBron, so be it. But KD was also taking a shot at himself and anybody else. He is saying Jordan's the greatest era ever because you pick whatever era you want to pick. You're not going to see anybody that eclipses what that brother did when he was playing the game of basketball. That's what KD was saying. Call it what you want.
Yeah, this is KD showing humility. KD is being humble. He's saying, yep, that's the greatest player ever. He'd still be the greatest. And by the way, he's right. Oh, we'll never know. I don't think it's hard to tell. LeBron is great. KD's great. A lot of great players today. I never saw a player and thought, is he as good as Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan's clearly the best player who ever lived, at least in my lifetime. Clearly the best. By the way, the statistical record bears that out. So you say, well, you couldn't survive in today's game on a mid-range. You weren't supposed to be able to do it like that back then either. Well, his usage rate was so high. Well, okay, sure, but he won the championship every single season he had a chance to. In other words, the first time he played with another all-star, Scottie Pippen, he took the defending champs 7 games, the Pistons, and lost because Pippen had a migraine in Game 7. The next year he had Pippen, who was then in his prime. He never again didn't win the championship in under 7 games. So more possessions, as KD said, highest PER in history, right, would be same. I guess it would still be the highest ever. Scoring average probably goes up nowadays. And try this. He came into the league attempting virtually no threes and hitting virtually no threes. And turned himself into, by the time they won the first championship, he was like hitting 35% from 3. Not taking a lot of them. They didn't back then. But he's hitting like 35% from 3. When he came back for the second three-peat, he had a season of 42 or 43%. He had a season of 37%. So, in other words, were he coming up in today's day and age where the 3 is so important, he already showed the ability, he demonstrated it to learn it on the fly, Michael Jordan would have been shooting the lights out from 3. He may have averaged over 40 points a game consistently in this era. So, not only is KD showing humility here, but he's clearly also correct.
Yeah, guys, two things here. Number one, I don't think KD was taking a shot at LeBron James. I've been on this show before that I think LeBron James is the best player in the league. But I know for a fact that Kevin thinks he's the best player in the league. So I think he was just paying tribute to where tribute was deserved in Michael Jordan. That's number one. I don't even think the thought of LeBron James even came up in his mind while he was focused just on the greatness of Michael Jordan. Number two is an issue that I did want to address because I think sometimes that Michael Jordan his stats were incredible. They were next level. I know he's in rarefied air. But we also saw Michael Jordan, I just want to break this detail down to you guys. We also saw Michael Jordan that was just athletically way more gifted than anybody else in the game. Like who would be a second count? Maybe like Clyde Drexler, Stephen A. And I just do want to do give comparison from 1 second. Dominique Wilkins to a degree, okay. But then let's translate that game into today's game. Yeah, I guess you can talk about the physicality of hand checking and guys are getting knocked on their back. But today's athletes are skilled like Jordan to a degree. And they are a lot more athletic and they're longer. And so I do just want to pose this to you guys for a second. It's easy for us to say, yeah, Jordan would come back and he would drop 45 in today's game, and his jump shot would be a crazy. But like, dudes are longer and athletic. You may say that dudes don't check as much as they would, but I guarantee you, dudes would try to check Michael Jordan. I don't know if that just translates like that he just comes back in today's game. I know this is a hypothetical conversation. I don't know if Jordan just averages 40 in today's game. It's a different athletic game, and I don't want to look that
40,
over
Jay.
or be remiss because dudes
over
are different.
40 easy. Over 40 easy, and I know it sounds like
it's subjective,
like,
Max.
an old timer.
That's subjective. That's your opinion.
but
that's your opinion.
Jay,
From somebody that played in the league and
sees
sees where this game is going, it's different.
Jay, he has the all-time highest scoring average per season. That includes Wilt Chamberlain, James Harden, and everyone. And if you see James Harden averaging 35 points or whatever a game, James Harden averaging, what do you think Michael Jordan's going to do? You're going to tell me James Harden's going to average more points than Michael Jordan? Not close.
I hear what you're saying to us, Max, but I know also James Harden was a volume scorer. He's a volume shooter, right? That's not, could Michael Jordan's game translate? You're just saying hypotheticals. This is all subjective. Yeah. I'm just posing the opposite side of this, guys. Like, if you're giving reason to that hypothetical, he's going to dominate. You also have to give reason to the other hypothetical that it could be a challenge for him, too, with guys their size and their length. You can't just look that over.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.